athleticism, hard work set the standards. Stay tuned for this one, everybody. Welcome, everyone, to Your Little Castle Show. We get to talk to leaders in our community, and JT and I've got to chat for. You're JT, right?
Correct.
Josh. I said Josh Tillman. We got to talk. A couple things that struck me that you mentioned, and sports. How often is sports something that kind of helps us understand how to compete, win, lose, be part of a team? What do you think you gained by being such an athlete that you were?
Well, all of the things you mentioned, it definitely teaches you, a sense of camaraderie, leadership skills, being a part of a team, working well with others. All of that, I feel like, is kind of what leads you to be successful in life.
There you have it, everybody. That's a good start for a show that we don't normally hit that topic head on right at the beginning, but it's kind of a theme for what Cardinal Cowboy. A lot of people know I went through my coma and survived. But we've got great sponsors. We want to shout out to our sponsors. Carroll House Furniture, because you like nice things in your little castle, and most everybody has a castle. Maybe JT's worked on your castle, help you to bring that castle up to what you want. There it is, your little castle. And with that, we'll jump into your website. I had that up early on. Let's get it. And your Facebook. Got lots of great information out there. There's a lot of great reviews.
Yeah.
People have lots of nice things to say about JT. Josh, I should say. You go by Josh.
Josh, JT, either one. Just fine.
Both of those?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
yeah.
Well, Josh is an expert here, and we're going to show off. Man, I'm looking at some of that work. Holy cow. We're going to go over all the pictures and fun stuff he's got on the website. I'll zoom out so everybody can get a taste of that, what we're going to talk about here in a minute. But I've been doing this for 25 years. He's got that 912 phone number because he's kept that from when you were in your military days.
Correct. From down in Georgia, Fort Benning.
Fort Benning.
Yeah.
So keep in touch with the guys, but you've been based out of St. Louis all your career, I guess, 15 years in business.
Yeah. I ETS'd out of the military in 2010. By 2011, I started this business, March of 2011, and been going strong ever since.
Well, what compelled you to get into this type of business? Hands-on construction. You're heavily involved with what you have to do. You actually are an operator. We added operator to the title there because he's not just the owner, not just the founder, but also an operator. You're in the field doing the work. What led you here? Why did you decide to go this path?
It's something I knew from growing up. My stepdad owned a business doing a painting company, and that's kind of where we started. I was just doing painting, and throughout the time doing that, I learned things from some of the employees that I had, and doing work on my own house, and eventually branched off into doing remodeling and renovation as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big industry, and if you've got the skills, especially in that remodeling, you're doing kitchens that are 15, 20, 30, 50, 100,000. What's the most expensive kitchen you put together?
120,000, I think, on the kitchen. Yeah.
Write that one down, everybody. 120. Yeah. I'd like to visit that house. That's got to be a heck of a place. And then you also do finished basements? Do you do bathrooms, obviously, too? Bathrooms, probably? Yeah,
pretty much anything residential, interior or exterior.
Okay.
We do a lot of kitchens, bathrooms, basements, additions. First floor remodels have been big the last couple of years, doing the whole floor.
First floor remodel, so like you're knocking out walls and opening.
Yeah, knocking out walls. We just finished one up that's not on here yet. I'm waiting to get the last bit of photos over in Wildwood. It's a big one. It's a really nice one. I can't wait for that one to come up.
Well, what led you here? You said, was it your dad as a kid?
Yeah, so I kind of knew it. Getting out of the military, I was a grunt. I was an infantryman, actually a sniper. Is what I did.
Wow,
so
okay.
not a lot of
whole discussion there.
Yeah, another life.
Right.
Not a lot of need for a sniper in the civilian world.
Right.
So I went back to what I knew, and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy creating with my hands, and I love to start something and see it through and see it finished, and I like to help people. So you put the two and two together, and I mean, it's just kind of where you end up.
Well, it turned into a great career path for you because somebody like we talked about, he skipped the college thing, went right into our military, served in the Army.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. I went the college route, and boy, I paid a bill forever. I'm like, why did I pay all that money? Did it really pay off? Because there's a big tab there. And nowadays they're arguing that college is not what it could be or had used to be. And but yeah, somebody who's now starting. What's it like running your own company though?
It's great, and that's kind of like in the military, they teach you to be a leader, right? So it's kind of hard to be a leader when you're following someone else's footsteps, right? So,
Sure.
I get to do my own thing basically, and I meet with customers. I meet great people. I get to see their vision. We get to create it and bring it to life for them. And there's nothing more satisfactory than to complete someone's vision and have them be happy at the end.
See your work, what you've done, and we ask that question a lot of times. What is it? It's that look on the consumer's face, your client's face, when they go, "Wow, this is my house. This is amazing." Right?
Yeah.
And the before and the after, what you get to do there. What about this and that fuels your passion? I mean, is this why you wake up every day? You get to do this and help people?
Yeah, and and it's fun. It's never the same thing, right? So it's not like you're not going in, punching in, and doing the same thing every day, all year. It's doing something different almost every day. I know tile is tile and drywall is drywall, but it's different because it's in a different home, different area, and it's never the same, which keeps you on your toes.
Variety is the spice of life. So you have never had the same job twice. I mean, a lot of your cookie cutter homes, even then.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're taking a cookie cutter home and turning it into something totally brand new that was nothing like what it was when they first built it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. I will not recreate something that I've already created for someone else. So, you're exclusive to what you want, and I'll go close to it, but I won't do it exact.
Hey, you get the patented trademarked one and done, or else it's got to be something new. I guess it's not. I guess there's a lot of cabinets look the same.
Sure.
Countertops look the same, but when you piece them together and you put them in, position them, and then angle them, and then the lighting and all the stuff you get to do, you can make everything unique.
Yeah, everything unique, and most of the time, sometimes things don't look good in different homes either too. So it kind of works out.
What are some of the biggest variables that people have when they're trying to get a new look? Is it the type of cabinets? Is it the color of the cabinets? Is it the color of the flooring? Lighting? We talked about knocking out walls. I mean, what are the biggest things you can do to change a house to make it look different?
Well, honestly, it's the small things, really. It's the little things that can make a big difference, and that's where a lot of people think that they have to go this extravagant in order to just update and bring their house up to date. It sometimes just a coat of paint, sometimes doing a little bit of flooring. It doesn't take much to achieve the look that you're looking at. Now, if you're trying to open a space and do something like that, then some of that is necessary. But there are ways to do it and achieve the look you're going for without breaking the bank as well.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, so many people, they want to improve the house is the most valuable asset that just about anybody has.
Yeah.
And then when you get the value out of it these days, when you're doing these upgrades, you're increasing the value of a house almost just about every time. Is there any time when they're not increasing the value of the house? You're helping somebody's house gain value.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and that's part of our discussion. Like when I do our free estimates, I tell the people, like, hey, you're better served if you're looking to add value to your home, or maybe you're looking to sell your home in 5 years. I'll tell you where to put your money to get your biggest ROI, right? So, and that kind of helps people in that aspect as well.
Yeah, you become a bit of a financial coach. ROI, return on investment.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Yes. Well, if you're going to put $10,000 into something and it makes it worth $20,000 more, that's a good ROI. You're
correct.
Your money, and you expect that that's in the house. Those are the kinds of things you're looking to do. What about appliances and the other fixed things that go into a kitchen in particular? Are those things that can be upgraded many times, or do you change them from black or white to chrome, or what do you do with those?
Yeah, typically those are there's so many to pick from. It's sometimes people actually build their kitchen around their appliances, right? So they pick out their appliances. They want this stove. They got to have the stove, right? So we build the kitchen around the stove. And sometimes we also paint cabinets. So we go in, we disassemble, we clean, we prep, we paint, and then we put them back and add new appliances in there. That's another way to achieve a look without breaking the bank. you know.
Yeah, I'll say cabinets. If you're going to be buying new cabinets, my buddy of mine, he's a cabinet consultant for manufacturing, and these giant machines that they stick them in and come out and come in with some boards, come out looking like cabinets.
Yeah.
But you could take a cabinet and make it look brand new
Yep.
just by painting it. What is the process for that?
So it's actually, quick rundown. We basically come in, we disassemble all the cabinets, take all the hardware off, we mask everything that's not getting painted. We take the doors outside, we clean them, we scuff them, we clean them again, we prime them, and we add 2 coats of paint. And then same thing on the bodies, and then we unmask everything, reassemble, all the hardware goes back on, done.
Wow. And the cost differential there, are you saving how much? Are you saving by doing it that way?
A pretty good amount. I mean, it just depends on what level of cabinetry you're going with, but most of the time you can get into there for about 1/3 of what cabinet to replacing the cabinets will cost.
Wow, 1/3.
Yeah.
That's a big cost.
Sometimes a little more than 1/3, but typically on a standard size home, 1/3 is what you could probably get into refreshing your kitchen for.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's starting off with the cabinets and then all the other pieces falling around that. What are the other
Right.
things that you do? What do you typically do? Cabinets? Are you doing the appliances?
Cabinets, appliances, backsplash. Typically the homeowners will buy the appliances just because I don't really get too much of a deal. It's better for warranty for them to deal directly with the stores on those. But we definitely will install them for them as well.
Okay. Putting all the pieces together here, man, I just think about a 67% savings. That's huge for
Yeah,
for a family.
yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Well, let's go over a few of your reviews. You've got a lot of nice things that people
Sure.
say about you. You got some on your Facebook, but we found your reviews page, and you're 5.0. Let me put this up on the wall here. Everybody can take a look here. But how's it make you feel? Here, look at this. I'm going to read. First one I see here. Josh and his team truly exceeded our expectations on the projects they did for us. Every single person we worked with from JT's painting and renovation was professional, honest, and kind. It's rare to find a company with such integrity. And it really showed in the quality of their work. We couldn't be happier with the results, and we honestly wouldn't think of using anyone else in the future. That's got to feel pretty cool.
Yeah, it does feel good.
You ever just read these at night? But hey, I got to read some of my reviews.
Yeah, no, I read them all. I actually reply to them as well. And that's what we strive for. I'll be 15 years in March that we've been in business, and I've never not had a 5-star review the whole time. And that's what we strive for, that's the whole point of doing this, right? So
Right.
remember earlier in the interview, I said I like to create for people and see them happy and at the end of it, and that's kind of what we're shooting for.
Well, high standard, and that will keep the quality. The business wants to run. That you've got to provide that kind of quality for everybody, because these days we see the people who don't. They cut corners. Cutting corners gets very expensive. Saves you a few bucks in the long term. It does not work out. Write that one down. We all agree on that one.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the fun stuff we get to do in the community. We've got some kids that threw out the first pitch for a Cardinal game coming up here, and get you to enjoy a little bit of the fun we got there right outside of Patios. Check it out. Hey everybody, we've got some baseball players in the building here. Who's your guys? All right, first of all, let's talk about who's your guys' favorite player? Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper. Tyler Glasnow. Mason Wynn. Fernando Tatis Jr. Aaron Judge. Who'd you get? Bryce. All right, so we got a Cardinal fan in there. You guys are from the Misfits, right? You guys are from down close to Paducah, Kentucky, right? How long a drive was it to get up there? Only a couple. It wasn't that long. Hey, next time when you get older, you start playing big league ball and traveling on for stuff. It's gonna be a lot longer drives. Maybe okay for that? We're gonna pay you well. Okay? You ready? All right. So, why did you guys decide to come up here to see the Cardinals? Come on up here. Let's hear what they say. Why did you decide you want to come see the Cardinals? What's your name first?
Hunter.
Hunter. Why did you decide to come see the Cardinals?
Because we're playing a tournament here.
Because you're playing a tournament here. What about you? They decided to. Why did you decide to come up here? Are you one of the players?
They decided.
He's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy? Okay.
He's a bad boy.
All right, now,
His name is Carter Rathwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as
the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwish was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. Hey everybody, Cardinal Cowboy here. I want to invite all of you to be part of my new team. No, you don't have to put on a baseball uniform and be a super fan. Now, it would be a good idea to cheer for the Cardinals, the greatest team in the history of the National League. But I'm talking about the Gold Cowboy team. You know, I love to help people follow their dreams and reach their goals in business and in life. So that's one of the reasons why I'm telling you about my friends at My Metal Pro. They help people like you and I acquire gold and silver with a membership that lets you safely buy, sell, and store gold and silver. They make it real easy to get started. My Metal Pro isn't like the big guys you see on network TV or the big coin shops that take a huge commission. So become part of my Gold Cowboy team. Scan the QR code or go to goldcowboy.com and check it out. Giddy up! Well, there you have it. A lot of fun stuff we get to do in the community. We appreciate those that are helping us to do so. Patios, man. Cardinal season now is officially over as far as home games. Cardinals are still alive technically, but we'll see. It's going to be. I think everybody's got to lose essentially every game they've got left for the Cardinals to make it. Man, it makes you wonder how many times if they just won another game or two could have made a difference. Retro is always easier. It's always easier to look back, but we get to highlight the business leaders in our community here making a difference. So. We were talking to Josh about a kind of a cost analysis, and I think kind of hit for me there. I mean, there's a lot of people, they say, well, you know, don't skimp and buy cheaper parts, or don't try to do as much stuff yourself because you'll end up having to redo everything. In your case, like you've got a new process, or a unique process, I should say. How long have you been painting the cabinets for people?
Pretty much since we started. We started as a painting company, you know, and we blossomed into what we are now. But it's something that we've offered from day one.
Yeah, because of the volume or the overall cost just to replace cabinets. I happen to have a little history with that. A buddy of mine, I showed him how to do his SEO, so he did it himself. So now he makes a ton of money off of his search engine optimization. But I got to see some of the pricing and the costs and what they've got going on there, and that's why these cabinets are $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 just in the cabinets.
Yeah.
And you can paint them for a third of that cost. So that saves people. Then you've got everything else. You're saving a third. The average, you were talking to me, the average kitchen for a house, you said, what, 1,500 square foot?
Yeah,
house?
roughly 1,500 square foot.
You're still going to have a $25,000 remodel of a full kitchen.
At least, yeah.
And you can bring that cost down. But the value, again, back to why should somebody pay somebody, a professional, to do this? Tell me why that, from your perspective.
Well, you know, the biggest investment most people make is their home, right? And that's the largest bill that they have. And, you know, being content and paying that bill and being happy to pay that bill, you know, we like to provide that to people. Not only that, you know, like I said, it's the biggest investment you're going to make. So when it's time to move on, or let's say you want to upgrade later on, you definitely want to turn a profit on that house. And when you hire a professional to do the work, that's what you're going to get, professional work, which is going to add value to that investment.
Right, because how often do you want to get something done and you did it yourself and now you've got to redo it, or
Yeah.
it doesn't pass code, and there's so many of the other things that get involved there where, like, if you did some work yourself, now you can't sell your house.
Right.
And you got to bring somebody in the last minute. You're going to pay a premium to get it done emergency fashion, and that's never good for a business, or for a homeowner when they're trying to sell a house.
Right.
That's
Right.
smart. Gotcha. All right. Well, tell me that. I can only imagine by now some people are like, what's going on? How does somebody, why should somebody, I should say first, why should somebody choose you? What is it you do differently that separates you?
Well, I'm a low pressure. I don't pressure people into anything. I try to listen. I try to understand what they want, and I try to steer them in the right direction in a cost efficient way, right? If somebody shows me a picture, hey, I want this, I'm going to say, okay, well, I know where I can get that, and I know where I can get that cheaper than I can get it anywhere else. Not only that, we don't make any money on materials. I don't upcharge any materials. Whatever I get them for is what I pass on to the customer. So that's something I found out a lot of companies are not doing, and that's something that we do offer.
Well, that's a good benefit for a lot of people because, yeah, you're marking up all kinds of stuff besides your labor. I mean, the labor's one cost we know we're always going to have, but when they're marking things up, when it's hard to even figure out what's going on with regard to the overall bill and why somebody's paying as much as they do. But you can help them, and you said you'll even allow them to go buy your own appliances, etc.
Sure.
It makes it easier for everybody to. Then they know exactly what they're getting.
Yeah, and I tell people, and I'm honest with people. I say, hey, if you buy from here, I get a discount. I can probably do better than what they would sell it to you for. And I'm also honest, hey, if you're going to get it from here, I don't get a discount. It might be better for you to buy it from there yourself, right? Whatever's easiest, whatever's better for the customer is the avenue I like to take.
Yeah, so by now with as long as you've been in business, the relationships you've got with the different vendors and retailers or even wholesalers, people now they know to go through you. They can go direct. You're going to essentially give your resource up to them. Say, go to these guys.
Yeah,
they're going to
absolutely. I say, hey, tell them you're working with me. They'll automatically give you my discount, and it just makes things easy.
Wow, that's kind of an open book right there for everybody. If you know you're going to be paying for something, and because I like to be very forthright with regard to what it costs. I tell people what our costs are for certain levels, and I like to know what those things are because why am I paying for something? It's that question. If somebody doesn't want to disclose that, then why not? What are they hiding from me? And there's some other extended costs that people might be incurring.
And that's a big part of it too. It's easy at the end. Let's say at the end of a job when the customer gets the final bill and they want to go through that bill. You know how easy it is to say, here's the receipts, go through it. It matches the number I have on the invoice. There's nothing fishy about it, right? And I think that's why we have the return customers that we do. Most of our jobs are return customers at this point. I get new customers, but we don't take every job that comes along either. So, a lot of our work is return customers, and I think it's because we're fair and we're honest and we do good work. And I think that testimonials say it all.
Yeah, lots of great testimonials out there. If you want to read those, just do a Google search. JT's Renovation, and then type in the word reviews. You'll see those. Well, I mean, that's got to make you feel good. I feel we're always trying to share with everybody the community, the people that are doing things the right way. And just for that kind of a full disclosure, I had 200 guests or so in here, and for whatever reason that hasn't seemed to come up. But just to have that kind of transparency, I think, does allow for some people to trust you more. Then it gives them that better feeling overall for what you're going to be doing and why when you say, well, I've got to charge you for this or this extra work had to be done, they know exactly where it came from and how much it's going to cost them.
Absolutely, and transparency is the keystone in communication, in my opinion. So if you can't be transparent, then you can't really communicate, right?
Write that one down. Transparency helps for communication purposes. Hey, don't look over here. We got something. We got something here that we don't want you to notice. That's not a good way to keep a customer happy because they're going to be wondering what the heck happened here. and then you don't have to surprise them with like, hey, here's this $10,000 bill. Where did it come from?
Sure.
Oh, well, it was just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You outline it for them line by line. So do people get an itemized list of everything that you do for them?
Yeah, so we have the original estimate, which then gets converted into the contract. Then this is kind of how it goes. So we do the estimate. Should you decide to move forward, we turn that into the contract. That turns into then I convert an invoice into that. Anything extra beyond that scope of work will be on a change order or additional work order. And all of that will have to have a signature and explain to you in detail before any extra or additional work will occur.
Tell me then, as a matter of process here, or what you enjoy doing, what do you specialize in? Of all the things that you do, is there one thing that kind of hits home for you that you enjoy doing the most?
I'm a finished carpenter. I really like ornate woodwork. I enjoy creating things out of wood. People show me pictures all the time, and they're like, I really like this. And I'm like, I can make that. And like all of the mantles and all of the free-floating shelves and anything like that, all on all our pictures, is all handmade.
Custom made, handmade by you.
Yep.
Wow, that's an artiste, a craftsman right there, everybody. And if you look at that tagline, where quality and craftsmanship is the standard, kind of what we're talking about here. As we finish this first half hour, tell me, I've got JT going to stick around. Josh is going to stick around for a second half hour. But let's talk about one of my favorite questions, and that is, we'll start that question here. Maybe we'll finish it up in the second half. So tune in for that second half, everybody. What is the biggest mistake people make when making a decision for this kind of a renovation?
Not doing your due diligence. You have to investigate the people that you're potentially going to do business with, right? I've seen a lot of times where people get the 4 and 5 bids, and I tell customers, hey, don't go off just my bid. Get 3, 4 more bids. I tell them all that, and a lot of people go with that cheaper bid, and they don't check into the company or check into the reviews, and a lot of times I end up getting a call months down the road, hey, this guy didn't finish the work, or this work is subpar, can you come in here? Well, now I have to tear it out and redo it, so now it's even more than what I quoted in the first place. So if I had to say the biggest mistake people make is not putting enough effort into checking out the people that they're hiring.
Yeah, how often is it the case? Take note on that one, where there's guys who they got their new truck, they picked up a hammer and a saw, maybe a ladder, and now they're going to come in and fix your house. You want to make sure they've got that background.
Sure.
Look at the background JT has, and if you look at, or Josh has, and look at the history of what he's done in his work. And now 25 years experience, 15 years actually doing it with your own business.
Yes.
And proven success that people know they can count on.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, everybody, that's the leaders we're trying to highlight in our show here. Stay tuned for more. We're going to finish up here with another half hour. Lots more we're going to talk about that you won't want to miss. You can find all of our shows on our YouTube channel and on Facebook. We post a lot of stuff too, so check it out. Our clips come out a lot of times for that stuff. We'll show you what those are. Giddy up.